All right, Libra, here we are. It is finally your turn. You are 12 of 12 this month. We're finishing off. We're taking a look into Libra through tarot to reveal any stuck energies and get any hidden messages out for you guys. I'm sorry the readings are a few days into November already. I'm a busy guy. I'm not going to lie. But it's always a pleasure to read for you guys. And I want to thank you for connecting, clicking that button in whatever form that you do. It means so much that we can share this moment in space and time. And I do want to thank you for being here. And I want to wish you well on your journey towards whatever it is you're journeying towards. For most people, that's bliss, happiness, well-being, good physical health, good financial stability, well, all those good things that makes it worth our time. We are looking into that for the sign of Libra here. And that's for November 2017, okay? Libra, we're going to streamline the reading a bit. We're going to use a 7-card chakra spread. You can tell I've already done 11 readings already. 7-card chakra spread to take a look at the energy centers and see what we can have a look into, all right? At the bottom of the deck, Libra, we've got Page of Cups. Okay, so a love offering that is coming forward for some of you in November, very much so. And as well, some deliberation of feelings, some of you assessing how it is you feel about someone, how it is you feel about a situation. And it's not so much like we kind of want to watch, like every emotion carries a thought pattern with it, and certain thought patterns carry an emotion with it. And it's like we need to be very aware, Libra, and very balanced like you are, that what we're feeling is in alignment with the thought pattern that follows, because sometimes they can be out of alignment. And the Page of Cups is here to remind us, no matter what we've been through, no matter how old we are, how much experience, it is good to have the innocence and sometimes the downright naivety of our emotions to allow us to feel what is right, to allow us to know the proper course of actions if we have had the tendency to act on our emotions, right? Which the Page of Cups is saying. You know, sometimes when we have an emotion, we don't do anything about it. We just dismiss it. These things can pile up, and these things can get the best of us. But with this Page of Cups, there is some playfulness I feel that's involved here. There is some daydreaminess that is involved here with you guys. And for some of you, the very direct, mundane meaning of this card is very true. You may have a younger water sign, a Scorpio, a Pisces, or a Cancer in your environment, and a love offering could be coming through from that person or from you to this person. It may be a good time to ask them how they feel about you, or let the cat out of the bag or the fish out of the cup, so to speak, when it comes to revealing your feelings for them, like letting them know, well, maybe you have a crush on them, or maybe you're a little bit smitten with the way they've been acting lately, and it's okay, right? I hope there's no vulnerability from any sort of fear of being let down at this time. But we'll check back in with the Page of Cups as we move through this reading. Let's go back to root chakra, see what we got up here. A King of Pentacles. Okay, so some of you could be making plans to secure things for yourself financially. Some of you could be feeling the weight of an older earth sign, a Taurus, a Capricorn, or a Virgo in your environment. This could be a father, this could be a boss, or this could be someone that you are needing to prove something to. And I'm not sure why that came forward with this King of Pentacles. So he carries a heavy punch, like a lot of weight with this King of Pentacles. It's like sometimes they tend to really rule the roost. And if you're in very deep with this person, it can be very tough for you to feel at liberty to kind of go out on a limb or do your own thing when it's like this influence can be very heavy. So this, for a lot of you, I feel is career-based. This could be like an entrepreneurial time where you are maybe taking on the aspects of a earth sign, somebody who is spending a lot of time to increase financial security or increase financial rewards. Some of you could be working 2 jobs. Some of you could be working very hard at the job you have in order to see recognition or to sock some pennies away for the future, okay? So the King of Pentacles is not a bad card to see here. It's just saying you are being influenced more so than not by the 3D reality that is around you through bank statements, bill payments, the punch clock, things like that. And it could be, depending on where a lot of you have like Saturn in your charts at this time, it's like the King of Pentacles is saying, it's like you may be tested. You may just be doing the grind for the month of November. And a lot of like the sort of intangible stuff, you may have not given that a lot of thought, or there may not be as much room for that in your daily living at this time. A very busy time for many signs, and you guys are making the most of it. So it's good to see the King of Pentacles there, more so than not. For some of you, I feel that it might be a bit of a struggle, so that it's not like weighing you down or kind of like making you so tired that it's like you're wondering like, oh man, how come these expectations are so high? It's like, this might not be what I thought I signed up for, kind of thing. All right, Libra? In the sacred, we've got a reversal on an Ace of Wands. So yeah, this feeling is like represents a strong physical attraction to somebody that has not yet been realized or has not yet happened. So you could have a very strong sexual attraction to someone, or vice versa, someone a very strong sexual attraction to you. And it's like you're waiting for the emotion. You're waiting to know, like, maybe if giving it up is like what is on the table, and you're evaluating, or some of you I feel will be a little bit hesitant on that. It could be a thing where it's like you may have someone in your environment that is very caring, very loving, but you're just not feeling that chemistry. That physical chemistry might just be a little bit off. And it doesn't mean there's anything wrong with you, anything wrong with them, that sort of thing. It just could be that is the way it is. So new lovers for many of you, and the opportunity for you to make a decision regarding, do we take this to the next level? Do we sort of seal the deal, so to speak, through the act of lovemaking and that sort of thing, when we see this Ace of Wands up here? As well, creatively, if you're feeling any kind of block when any kind of like project, I feel for some of you, Libra, it's for writing, or maybe even just finding the time to like get engaged with your creative side. I would recommend start small. Do the little things that you can do creatively, whether it's like singing in the shower or those small things where it's like meaningless, but you are creating a vibration. You are creating an energy through your voice, through your being, through your thought patterns, right? And even through your emotions at this time. All right. Solar plexus, ooh, Two of Swords, yeah. So for some of you that are following this new lovers and relationship type thing, I feel, Libra, that you're making a decision about somebody, that you're making the thought pattern so that it's justified to you. For Libra, it's like, if it's not justified, it doesn't make sense. Okay, like that is cutting right through everything to get down to what the meaning of it all is, right? And for you, Libra, it's sometimes okay for you to make a decision even if you don't have all the facts. It's like be intuitive, to follow your gut instinct. And it's like, if there's any kind of thing that you are apprehensive or fearful of, if it's information coming in, or basically uncertainty, not knowing where someone else is coming from, just don't be afraid this month to go with those gut instincts, those feelings. Spontaneity sometimes can be the key to the most rewarding of doors, as long as we're accepting of the fact that it actually is spontaneous. It doesn't actually always need to be justified in order for it to become a part of your world. You can just go ahead and go for it. You don't always have to run home and close the door and shut the world out behind you when there is maybe a lot going on, or someone is beckoning you to come out, to come forward, to come out, to spend some time, right? To have these conversations that involve the deeper level of, letting your true self be known to another. And I just hope that you guys have this ability to trust your gut instinct through this month, because this, I feel, could be where the test is coming from, where it's like, all right, we're loading up the car and we're headed to Disneyland. Are you coming? You got 5 minutes to decide. That sort of thing. And you're like, oh, well, I got a project due Monday and I got this, but look how fun that would be, right? Just whatever your gut is telling you, make sure you are listening to this chakra this month, because decision-based wise, you don't want to leave yourself open to any sort of ill consequence based on situations where it's like you might feel really good about it, but you decline it or you deny it, okay? So that's what the Two of Swords has to say up in solar plexus. And we got a reversal on a 10 of swords up here in your heart chakra. So some of you may be single for a long time, or you may have just gotten out of a longer relationship. Things might have broken down and you may have not been feeling like too engaged to like be out in the world at this point in time. You may need some time to sort your thoughts and feelings out, as we saw with these cards here. All right, my heart goes out to you on Libra when we see this one. This is to the point, this is like the darkness before the dawn when it comes to this card in the reversal position. It's like it won't be too much longer before you're allowing yourself to release all of these emotions, to release all of these negative thought patterns about somebody from your past, and just finally let them go. Your heart is seeking closure on a situation that had left you confused at one point in time, and I don't think that there's anything that you can do proactively or reactively about it. I almost feel like this sort of just happens to happen naturally. You have to go through these deeper set emotions, okay? And allow the thought patterns that are associated with them to play out in your mind. And if it means you have to cry harder or buy an extra tub of Rocky Road and sit down, then go ahead and do it. At this time as well, I would encourage many of you that if you're like doing any kind of escapism, to put certain thought patterns on the back burner. And this means like, watching Netflix till like, 4 a.m. and just like, aligning yourself with some sort of drama or a character that is not even real. I would hope that you guys can pull yourself out of that and find a more healthy approach, a more healthy means to sorting through these thought patterns. And this does mean your breathing exercises, affirmations, and telling yourself of your self-worth, going into the quiet spaces, the gaps, as it were, so that the mind can quiet itself down, that the mind can really just sort of let go, and you can sort of wake up the next day or come out of meditation a half hour later and feel like, yeah, you know what? Every moment in space and time, this one belongs to me. No matter what I choose, no matter wherever I go, that's where I am. That old saying, wherever you go, that's where you are, right? So to speak. And you are in control. Don't feel like it has to be fated. Don't feel like maybe this King of Pentacles or maybe this Page of Cups, these people in your environment have as much authority over you as you do, because that might not even be their intention at this time. It just might have been the way that things have sort of been working out as of late. And you're like, well, why does that go? Oh my, you guys, look at this, what came out from the Dreams of Gaia Tarot. You guys have got the love card up in your heart. So we got the darkness before the dawn, and then we've got the dawn actually coming in, all right? You guys, I feel like if you take some sort of spontaneous act or go on a whim or just connect with somebody that you never even really felt maybe that you would before, or go on that first date, that you might just be apprehensive to do so, you may find that November brings forward a person in your environment or a simple shift in perspective in your mind that allows the feeling of love to come through this heart chakra. And this is going to be powerful. You will almost be floored by this, Libra, I feel, because this is like when you make that mental breakthrough to not allow the mind to sort of debilitate you when it comes to, suppressing feelings or playing the victim of those sorts of things. Love has room to really shine through here. It doesn't necessarily mean it has to happen with another person. For some of you, it will. For some of you, this will be a return to self-love. This is a powerful card. Something's going to happen here in November for you, Libra, where it's just like you're ready to kick it all to the curb and you're ready to just enjoy that loving energy that's around you. It's coming through like my feet are coming up off the ground and I'm like getting those tingling sensations. Christians refer to it as being like filled with the Holy Spirit, but this is more the vibration of love that moves through people and stays with people and uplifts people. So it's a very good card to see here. We just need to let this mental garbage finally go, and then we will get in touch with that feeling. There will be no more questions from the Page of Cups. It will be like knowledge. It will be understanding. It will be being able to be absolved or even bathe in that feeling of love. So good. And the cards just keep getting better as we move up. In the communication sector, we have the Magician. So some of you just have to talk yourself into like taking the steps that you need to do. Some of you just have to take a look at the room around you and make it make it so that it is inviting, so that you feel comfortable in your surroundings, so that you know that based on your experience, and it comes back to this, right? We talked about no matter what you've been through already, we can return to this sense of like back to the drawing board, back to the table. Nothing has to be final. Nothing has, especially, it can be like in interpersonal relationships, but when it comes to self, nothing has to be final. We are free to turn over a new leaf. We are free to trace a new dream. We are free to allow ourselves the power to allow the dream to come in and take hold of us and to uplift us. The magician in this section, it just means you maybe have to forthrightly tell people to stop bugging you. Like, look, Chuck, we broke up 2 months ago. This isn't something we're returning to. Or say like, hey, Susie, you know what? I've been smitten with you. Like, you are gorgeous. I would really love to take you out, and I just wanted to let you know how I've been feeling towards you lately, and those sorts of things. The magician is saying, Libra, you're going to find the right words once you make the decision to make your dreams come alive and to strengthen those personal relationships, whether you're taking a relationship to the next level or whether it's one where you just need to have that return to that good feeling, almost like a fresh start for many of you. Like you're wiping the slate clean. You're taking that table and you're getting all the junk off it so you have room to put down a new plan and to put down a new action. Now that's metaphorically, but for some of you, don't be afraid to clean up your table. I need to clean up my table. All right, here we go. Up in the pineal gland, we've got a reversal of 8 of Swords. Many of you are going to be successful. You're going to get yourself out of any kind of victim mentality that you've been going through. It's great to see the reversal on the 8 of Swords, more so than to see the upright. This shows that you have more of an opportunity to allow your mind to let it go, to allow yourself to feel at one with spirit. And this does mean, it means like maybe talking to spirit guides, angels, and your higher self, and like audibly ask them, what should I do next? Or what does this all mean? And if you do it from a place of integrity, you will receive an answer, usually within 24 hours. Usually you will pick up on a very strong sign that this is what it's meant to be, or this is what it should become, or these are the steps you should take. So for those of you that maybe have been neglecting your spiritual side, your spiritual self, and you've been following like thoughts, the King of Pentacles energy, where it's like, make money, we gotta make money, we gotta be on time, that sort of thing, allow yourself to say, all right, is it justified? Doesn't necessarily have to be that way, those sorts of things. Can I be happy just through the conscious knowledge of how I am, of who I am, right? That sort of thing. That's what the 8 of Swords really says in its reversal position. It's pulling everything back in so that you can feel the power. You can feel the resourcefulness that is inside. You can feel the level of self-worth and self-love come back to you so that it doesn't have to be a question of a mindset of somebody else's doing or some conditioned situation that has become or has left gone for too long, okay? All right, Libra, heavy duty cards, and we're going to finish off with a big banger here, right? We've got a reversal on number 19 major, the Sun. And this is a good card to see here. Even though it is in a reversal position, the sun is as round can be, and around and round it goes. We are never meant to stay stuck. We are never meant to regress into our own minds. We are meant to embrace each day. What they call it, like carpe diem. I can't remember what the ladies use now as all of those old Latin sayings for, how to live life, right? YOLO being another one of them. That kind of attitude, right? Where it's just like each day is a new day, and each day has so much more to present. But if today and tomorrow seem too much like yesterday, that's when we run the risk of becoming in that mental mind trap, or feeling like we need to receive some sort of verdict or justification before we can move on. You have the power within to do this to yourself, but it means connecting to higher self. The sun wants you to grab onto that higher energy flow that source will provide you with once you ask for it, once you liberate yourself to a point where you feel spiritually well enough to ask for it and to start co-creating again. You need to tap into these things rather than being more bogged down. Dang you, King of Pentacles, why you gotta be here? Why you gotta be so heavy-handed? And again, this goes back to Saturn, I feel, for many of you, but Libra, it's okay. The power's within. Even in astrology, it doesn't have to mean that the position of the planets mean things are fatalistically destined to happen to you. It doesn't, because what's happening in the inner chakras, in the inner workings of the body, mind, and spirit can trump it at any point in time. On the physical level, we call it free will, and on that inner level, we call it shaping your destiny, okay? Or coming in time, or being a return to wholeness, okay? Libra, this is going to be a powerful month for you, and I really want to make sure you guys are doing this inner work and embracing spontaneity through love. And then once you have that done, you're going to feel that the clouds are going to begin to break. The heavy storm is about to lift. Okay, we're going to see rainbows and puppy dogs and unicorns. All them good things. It's hard to define love. It really is. But I love you guys with all my heart. It's a pleasure to read your cards, and we'll see you next time.